Tamara Bess again, licensed marriage and family therapist and director of the Center for Healthy Relationships. It is Saturday morning, and I've already been at the couples conference for 2 days. I'm sitting again in front of this beautiful picture window in my hotel room, and it's 8:30 in the morning, and the courses haven't started yet for today. But I just wanted to pop in and share some things that I am noticing and appreciating about therapists, because I think probably you don't know some of the things that therapists know about who we are. And so, yes, last time I posted, it was about risks and taking risk, and that this is a risk for me. And the truth is, I get exhausted by trips like this because stuff comes up for me. And when it comes up for me, I end up finding myself doing the work. And so this morning, the thing that's showing up strongest for me is the reality that therapists are these kind of incredible human beings who I've been making contacts and developing friendships. There's a person who I'm going to connect you to her blog, where real people find answers. Her name, I made some notes on her card, is Weena Collins. I'm going to put a link to her website on this video. But she was posting, I was looking at her website last night, and she was posting on her website about her promotional photo shoot to increase her brand. And she shared there her vulnerability and what it feels like to put herself out in a public way in front of people. And I think it's a really interesting thing because therapists are invited to sit in discomfort all the time, whether it's Weena's blog post that I'm going to share with you. I'll put the link on the video right after I show her card. So you should have seen it already. But therapists are incredible people. We are talking in this conference about couples therapy, and sometimes couples therapy requires you to sit with incredible discomfort as a therapist. And I think that people think that when we sit with them and they're struggling with something uncomfortable, that we're just fine with it. And the truth is that therapists who are effective and empathetic and able to do the work, we let the stuff that is affecting you affect us. Or we let things impact us when an intervention didn't go well, or we let things impact us when we get some kind of feedback from you. And the best therapists, the kind of therapists who are nurturing and healing and empathetic and actually the most impactful, are the therapists who allow the work to impact who we are. What do I mean by when I say that? What I mean is therapy is an intimate dance, and it's a dance between your therapist, and if it's a couple, between you as a couple and your therapist. And we as therapists have to be careful about every aspect of our interactions with you while we're talking with you. So it's not just law and ethics that I talked about the first day, but it's also things like noticing when one partner in the couple looks sad. Sometimes a decision to say, "What are you feeling right now?" is the wrong decision. Sometimes it's a better decision to let that sadness sit there with someone and focus on something else in session. Sometimes it's better not to rescue someone when they're feeling bad, but to let them sit in these feelings. When I was a brand new therapist, I had a lot of trouble sitting still and letting things be quiet. And now I can sit still and let things be quiet, but that's only because I learned how to sit with myself and to get comfortable with discomfort. And I think that that's what this whole video today is about. Like, your therapist is asking you to become comfortable with being uncomfortable. And that's what we do. Like, if you have a therapist that's worth their salt, the truth is that that's what they do. They're comfortable with discomfort. They can sit with ambivalence. They can sit when you're not sure. Therapists aren't always sure. And we can sit with that. We can be okay with that. And I think that, one of the things that, if I get back to the discussion that I had a couple of days ago about risks and getting uncomfortable taking a risk and doing it anyway, I'm actually developing some relationships with therapists who are comfortable in the discomfort. And that's what I'm learning. That it's going to be one of the really valuable takeaways, is that there are other human beings out there who sit in compassion with their clients and allow themselves to be comfortable with discomfort. So that's just my installation today of pulling the curtain back so that you can kind of see like some of the inner life of a therapist. I'm thinking about, like, the other thing that happens when I come to these conferences is that my brain just lights up, and I sometimes have trouble sleeping because there's no time during the day for processing, and so processing for me happens at night when I should be asleep. And so that happened last night. So I'm thinking, I don't know why I just looked over. I'm tired. I didn't sleep well because I had things going on in my brain. So I'm considering starting a podcast that is really real talk about life, not clinical issues, not therapy, but just real talk about life, real talk about the things that happen to us and how we deal with them and how we struggle with them, not from a clinical point of view, but from a life point of view, and how to overcome those things. Yeah, maybe it'll become sort of a life coachy sort of thing, but maybe I also want it to be here's how I experience life. Come and experience life with me podcast. So when that happens, I'll announce it here on the website, on my blog. But today I just want to invite you, think about it. Think about for a minute, maybe for a minute longer than you feel comfortable, about being uncomfortable. Lack of sleep. About being comfortable being uncomfortable. I'm Tamara Best, licensed marriage and family therapist, director of the Center for Healthy Relationships. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.